Hello there, how y'all doing? Getting back on the Stepvan. Somebody brought this over. I gotta do some welding steel replacement on this barbecue grill, this big smoker. Anyways, yep, I'm back working on the old Stepvan. Show you where I'm at so far. Yeah, it's a mess. Yeah, okay. So I have motor mounts put in down there. It's perched up. It's clearing the frame. I don't know if you can see what I did. I had to make some blocks right here for it to sit on both sides actually. There too on the bottom and the top. I got the power steering pump back there. I still need to hook up. I don't know if I can get that. Anyways, I gotta hook those lines up down there. Up in here. The power steering will be all done. I got the transmission all hooked up. Got my linkage. I had to make this plate right here. You see right there. That's for my clutch cross member. I'm gonna have to come up with something right here. I'll probably do a bracket come off here for my throttle cable for this part here. Anyways, everything's coming together. Got my starter wires hooked up. Got my coil hooked up. Try not to step on anything here. This, if you ever work on these Stepvans, this little magnet piece here is wonderful. It has a claw on it too, where if I keep dropping stuff, I just reach on through down there, pick it up off the ground. I don't have to get out of the vehicle while I'm doing it. Got my drive shaft hooked back up, and all back there. There's a exhaust pipe right there. You see that needs to be hooked back up. It'll be different than the V8 was. I had to put a new thermostat housing on here. Let me walk around the outside here. New thermostat housing with thermostat. I went ahead and before I put the hose on, the thermostat housing that was here came this way, and I didn't want my hose sticking up right there. I don't like it being so close to that either, but it's kind of it's better than it is. And this is a heavy duty flex hose. I got a heavy duty flex hose on the bottom. It's actually a suction line, which is fine. There's no pressure on the bottom one. There'll always be pressure on the top one though. Whenever the thermostat lights up. I don't mean light up, but whenever it opens up. And I run new wires up here. Not new, actually. I went through them, took them all out of the tape. There was the insulation tape on them. Rerun some spiral wrap on them so I can kind of know what's going on what. One goes to the coil. I'm going to finish putting it up out of the way. One goes on the coil, one goes on the starter, and then I got one right here for the alternator, which I think my plug's going to be different, so I may have to cut the plug and find something that matches that old the 292 alternator. Anyway, so it's coming along. I got the radiator in. I had to do some trimming right here. Let me see if I can get a better picture of this. Trim that out a little bit, a couple inches, maybe about an inch, so it would clear that. Got my bracket here. It's the old V8 bracket. I just tried to make use of what I had, and it's not going to be a permanent installation. This motor won't be. Eventually I'll put my V8 back in whenever I'm done rebuilding it. But, you know, I'll run this as long as I need to. If there's no reason to swap it out, then I won't worry about it. For the gas mileage wise, I think this is a one barrel. It'll probably be a toss-up on gas mileage. It probably won't get that much. Probably get worse gas mileage than what I hear. 292s, you know, especially with the one barrel, it takes more throttle to make it go. But I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up. It may be better, maybe worse. Got my old sending unit here. I had to tie into the plastic right here. The problem is there's the old steel line to the dummy light, and so I bought a T I'm going to use right here to tie it together, which I just dropped. Anyways, it's down there, no biggie. So I'm going to tie both into the same steel line. That way I have the dummy light still working and the gauge still working. Okay. I got the rock guard back on. And here, for the transmission, for the flywheel cover. Where am I going? Yeah, here's the old thermostat housing. See, that was going straight up, not towards the front. That would have been kind of a booger, trying to have it go straight in from the top. So I bought another one. And I put a thermostat in. There was a piece of old hose inside. I think that's probably what I seen. It was sitting inside on the old thermostat. I got a mess. And back here, I'm almost done. I could probably have it done in half a day with the way things are going. The other problem is the air cleaner is going to fit differently, so I'm going to see if I can find or make something. Because some of these straight sixes, the 292s, they had a cover that went over the carburetor and brought the air cleaner over on this side. And it would give me room for my box the doghouse to fit on. And then I would have a place for my hose to hook into also. But I'm not so worried about that. That's after things. I can get it going and then worry about that. That's kind of a later issue to worry about. If you ever have a reverse lights going out on your transmission, if you got the SM465, then check that right there. That's usually what it is. It's unplugged. And I have my speedometer hooked up. I don't think it's going to work because I think the little gear inside this piece here is probably shredded. But they're $30-40, and that's not that complicated to do. Now I've had that apart, I realize it's not that big a deal. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to touch base. That's where I'm at. The tack is hooked up, so everything should be working as it should. I'm gonna have to charge that battery up probably. Like I said, I just have the alternator wires to hook up, and I believe that's the last of the wires. I got the power steering hoses to hook up. That's the last of the hoses, other than this piece right here. My fuel line. I do have a fuel line hose I need to put on. I have a see-through fuel filter. It's got the replaceable cartridges you can swap. Anyways, I got that. I'm going to put it in, but I had to buy some hose ready for fueling. And it's down in there somewhere. I've got it capped off somewhere right in there. That's right there. And I'll go on ahead and run a new piece over here and then run my fuel filter right in front of this so I can see. And it's got the see-through glass so you can see the fuel and see how dirty it is, etc., etc. Anyways, that's it. I'm sorry I haven't posted much lately. It's been kind of, it's been warm, humid, mosquitoes tear you up. Bought some oil, new antifreeze. I bought some of this. If you have an older vehicle, it's got flat tappet lifters, you'll want to use some of this Zinc Plus, because most oils, especially conventionals, they don't have as much zinc in them, and that's what keeps your metal on metal from wearing so bad. They took it out back in the 80s, 90s, the zinc, they lowered the amount, and they did that because catalytic converters would get plugged up, or it would cause them to go bad or something. I'm not exactly sure what, but that's what they did. They took it out, and you need that for flat tappets, especially if you got a new motor or an old motor. You know, you need to have that in there to kind of protect your metals. And I'm looking at my V8. I've got to build up some money. I'm going to rebuild it. I've been talking to some people that they have it's a Howard's camshaft, Howard's cams. Anyways, they have a matching camshaft with roller lifters, which is what I'll probably go with. It's $400, $500, $600 somewhere in there. It's a wide range, I know, but it depends on where I buy it from, what the price will be. But tops out around $600, and then use different push rods, and I'll probably get some rollers, rockers, I guess as you say them. But that'll be that, and then I won't have to worry about braking and all that stuff. But that's where I'm at. I just thought I'd throw something together. Hopefully Monday, Tuesday I'll be done. I gotta do some work in this smoker tomorrow. It's going to be down to around 87 degrees tomorrow, which is cooler for me, and I'll be able to work outside in the sun and the mosquitoes, and probably be easier just to hurry and finish this up so I can make some money, and then I'll be able to use that money for whatever I need for this. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, want to see anything specific, let me know. Thank you.